How y'all doing? Today, what we're going to do is we're going to follow up on yesterday, the day before yesterday. Sister Morbe on the Central Program and contacted us on this 5C meeting. She said that on Thursday, that she would just like for us to concentrate on the PAIGC, not to concentrate on what the A-APRP is doing, organizing in the PAIGC. That's what we're going to do right now. So there were some questions that were raised the day before yesterday that we will respond to today. And when we divide our report, we would like for you to...
There's nobody helping our brother. Who's the side? Okay, she's coming.
Lay down, please, for the first time. No.
Is there anyone?
No, anybody. All right. In your package, you have some documents on the PAIGC, the A-APRP work inside of the PAIGC. Does everybody get that? Every chapter? Anyway, you have it. The first one, because we talked a lot about reports from Africa, and we accept criticism that they lack a system, but there are some that exist. They have been existing for some years. We want to just briefly touch on, and then we'll move on to talk about the strategy, the tactics we're using, and then we'll open up for questions, and then we'll propose a solution. Briefly. The first one is entitled Chapter Evaluation in Guinea-Bissau. It's dated August 17, 1994. It gives you basically analysis of the chapter composition, the books we read over the past 3 years, times we read, orientation, a list of the propaganda we've been passing out in Portuguese throughout the PAIGC structure, and it gives you analysis of the program committee and its task force inside of Guinea-Bissau, analysis of our participation in recruitment drives, our participation on task forces, the administration committee, etc. Then, following that report, there's a memo that's entitled To the A-APRP Central Committee dated February 19, 1993. So you look at that one, and that shows you some proposals that we have proposed to move forward with the party work inside of Guinea-Bissau. 4 pages. Then, following that report, everybody got the report? If you don't have it, Brother Albie has a copy set for you for every chapter. Brother Albie was on the Internal Organization Communication Task Force. You also will see a memo dated July the 11th, 1991 to the A-APRP cadre from the A-APRP in Guinea-Bissau. This one also is 4 pages, 1991. Basically, just give you an update on the work we're doing. Then there's a letter from John requesting some resources. We brought this letter in 1991 and took it from chapter to chapter. We get into every chapter, but quite a few chapters, and the Central Committee. Then it's translated in English and handwriting. Matter of fact, we just want to take advantage of this opportunity to thank all the chapters and the cadre and the militants who have helped us get some of these resources that we requested. And above all, we'd like to give thanks and praises to the Central Committee of the All-African People Revolutionary Party. Not so much because of the material, but more so the immaterial support that they have given to the party project in Guinea-Bissau. Some of you start hearing about the A-APRP work in Guinea-Bissau. Maybe you heard names like Stable and Vaki, or you heard Sarah Zai, or Nehanda, or Imani, or Jennifer went to visit, or Kwame Mwini went to visit, things like this. But that's not the beginning of the A-APRP project in Guinea-Bissau. As we pointed out in the first memo, going back to the first memo, we pointed out that the A-APRP's relationship with the PAIGC began really since the conception of the PAIGC. Because from its very beginning, it was a Pan-African party. If you look at the flag, you see like Ghana's flag, you see the influence in the room, etc., etc. And then we also pointed out in that document, I didn't speak to the document, that one of our co-founders of the A-APRP, Kwame Toure, was very closely related with the Secretary General of the PAIGC, Emile Kakabral, and Kwame said that Emile Kakabral is not a co-founder of the PAIGC.
Oh, I didn't think about it. I said Kwame Toure is a co-founder.
Oh, I did say that.
Kwame Toure is not a co-founder.
Oh, okay. But now since you mentioned that, we'll follow that real quick. Then while Kwame was in Guinea-Conakry, the PAIGC had its base there. Its principal base. They had another base in Senegal. The principal base, Guinea-Conakry. I mean, the PAIGC gave everything. Ideology, gave you buildings to live in, hospitals, schools, arms, everything. They gave their lives. And then Kwame Nkrumah and Emile Kakabral developed very close relationships. So that when Kwame Nkrumah proposed the manuscript of the Handbook of Revolutionary Warfare, Kwame, he mentioned that he showed it to him. He also showed it to Cabral. So we can say theoretically Cabral is one of the co-founders of the A-APRP. And not only that, but if you look at the blueprint for the All-African People's Revolutionary Army, you see that really the idea comes from the work that the PAIGC was doing with MPLA, Frelimo, and the Liberation Movement and Santo Domingo Principle, coordinate that struggle in an organization called the Conference of Nationalist Organization in Portuguese Colonies. Like a blueprint. Look, it's in the handbook. Right before you get to the section on politico-military organization, because that's what we're building, a politico-military organization, because African people were at war, but still not one nation, but it's coming. You'll see that the A-APRP and the PAIGC are the same. So this is what drove our strategy. Some people have confusion about what the A-APRP is doing against us. Some people think that they will just got up one day and say, I guess I'll go to Africa, land in Guinea-Bissau, and then start doing some work. No. As a matter of fact, some people might even think that our presence in there was just spontaneous. But it was coordinated at the level of the Central Committee. Again, like Kwame has repeated several times, there are many things the Central Committee knows that you don't know, that you must know. And one is that the presence of A-APRP cadre inside Guinea-Bissau was coordinated and directed from the very beginning by the Central Committee of the A-APRP. And although systematic communications have been lacking, although systematic communications have been lacking, there has been monitoring, there has been communication, and there's been political direction. So the strategy we're using involves this. Knowing that the PAIGC and the A-APRP are the same, that at the level of Guinea-Bissau, if you look for the formation of the All-African Revolutionary Party was once to put the party structure in the hands of the people and the ideology in the hands of the people, at the level of a Guinea economy would be the PDG. So these villages that our brothers have been talking about, and their local revolutionary authorities that meet regularly, make decisions and plans and criticism and political education, these are the